But of course, as it should be, we're going to leave the final word to the brother and sister of Darren. And I hope tonight, has helped just to show you, you've had word from the artists, you've had words from family and friends, you've had the performances from us, and it's just a token of our appreciation love that we have for Drummie, and his spirit will live on forever. So the final word, my name is Alison Mason, and I wish you all a blessed night. Respect.
Boy, I don't even know what to say. It's very emotional, just seeing everybody that, has come and showed pure love, to Darren. I know, he's looking down at us, he's looking down at all of us, and just seeing that they're coming together, I'm just so happy that we did this for him, and just to say thank you all, your support, from each and every one of you, thank you all, Alison, she called me up and says, Sean, we need to do something, for Drummie. And I says, got to do it because, we didn't do anything for him after the funeral, but we made sure we did something for him tonight. So I'd like to say thank you, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart, me and my sister, Jamal.
Here.
Yes, yeah.
Jamal, come up, please.
Okay, no problem. All right, this is his firstborn. This is firstborn. Yeah, firstborn. Yeah. Yeah, cause it's just only right. Janet, come. The firstborn. Yeah. You just come in between. Yeah, as I said, this has been a very emotional time for all of us, and I said it's just nice to see that we just came together, for this and do this for Darren, and as I said, respect to everybody, all the artists, the band, everybody, without you, this wouldn't have been possible. So, yeah.
Hello to everyone. Good evening, sorry. I'm Darren Leslie's oldest son. My name is Jamel Anton Leslie. I just want to start by saying thank you all for coming today to celebrate the memory of my amazing dad. As I stand here, I see friends, relatives, and a lot of people that's come a great distance to pay their respects for my dad. And I'm just humbled and quite frankly impressed to see how many people that my dad has touched throughout his life. And I know my dad would love to see everyone. I know my dad would love to see everyone united together, especially at this difficult time. Although today is going to be a very hard day, I just want to take the time to remember and honour the special person my dad was. And I'd like to share a few reasons why I admire my dad. Unfortunately, my dad wasn't able to beat cancer, but he was a fighter through and through, and he showed strength right up until his last days with us. Growing up, one of the most important lessons my dad told me was to stay strong and to face conflict, and always to protect myself from danger, and also along with supporting and standing up for myself in difficult situations. My dad always told me to speak my mind and always to let people know exactly what it is that I think. And he raised me to be a strong and a confident young man. And those lessons have always stayed to me up until this day. Those essential qualities I especially needed growing up in South London as a young black boy. And this was where most of my independence and strength shone through. And a lot of those attributes I still carry with me until this day, into my adulthood. If life has taught me anything, it's that you can't control someone's loyalty, No matter how good they are to you, it doesn't mean that they'll treat you the same. And no matter how much they mean to you, it doesn't mean that they'll value you the same. And sometimes people love you the most and turn out to be the people that you can't trust, that you can trust the least. But one thing I can say about my dad is that he always had my back, and I always felt safe when he was around, and he always gave me the confidence. He always gave me the confidence, and even to step out of my comfort zone as well. And obviously I don't really like public speaking, but you know. There was just something about my dad. He had a very strong presence about him. And many may have found it maybe quite intimidating, but he also had a very soft and a very gentle side to him. I'm forever grateful for my dad's calm and level-headed presence. My dad was always more of an observer than a listener, and he always allowed me to share. He always allowed others to share their opinions before he shared his. You could tell him anything, and he would never judge. Instead, he would encourage you to follow your instincts and listen to you and follow your mind. That was one of the most rarest qualities my dad had, was his ability to listen to others and genuinely be interested in what other people had to say. No matter all the ups and downs I faced from early childhood to adolescence or to early adulthood, I could always count on my dad. He's always there to listen to me and to reason with, and now and again I'll take away a few gems from our conversations that still stick with me today. For instance, when I was going through a tough time with some of my friends and we weren't really seeing eye to eye, my dad told me that it was not our differences that divided us, but it was our inability to recognize and accept and celebrate those differences, which was quite funny anyway, because my dad was a man of very few words. But when he did open up and did say something, it was always something full of wisdom, or something I could take with me and use later on in life. Another thing I loved about my dad is that he always gave me the space to find my way and develop into the person that I wanted to become, instead of forcing me in the direction or down a path that he thought was best for me. He always gave me the opportunity to make my own mistakes and learn who I was as an individual and who I wanted to be as a man. My dad was always a kind and loving person, and he'd always be the first